you are what you say you are, a superstar. Not a bad time, Joe, to take it to the next level and cap it with a world title tonight. Enter the #2 ranked bantamweight contender, Sugar Sean O'Malley, 11th UFC appearance. And certainly his fight with Petr Yan last October was competitive. He got the nod, and that put him in a position to realize this title shot here tonight.
What a talent-stacked division this bantamweight division is. I mean, it's just such an incredible division. This man in 6 years has risen to the point where he thinks he deserves to be. Contending for the title, the most important moment in his combat sports career, and up until now, he has been sensational. He has captured the hearts and minds of so many fans. He's so entertaining to watch, such a dynamic personality, but more important than anything, this guy can fight. He is a sniper with legit knockout power and a tremendous belief in himself.
Tonight's Prep Point is presented by Crypto.com, the world's leading cryptocurrency platform.
What a perfect song for Sean O'Malley to come out to for his first championship opportunity. Look, man, this kid has it. We have spoken about it time and time again. Everything has worked perfectly for him to this point, but tonight, he is fighting his toughest challenge to date as he takes on the bantamweight champion of the world, Aljamin Sterling. You can be all of this, but once the door closes in the octagon, you have to show up. Sean O'Malley promises that he is going to show up and win this fight. If this kid can become champion tonight, this arena will go crazy. And the whole sport will be turned on its head. Because when you have a guy that people see from the very beginning as they say he's been spoiled, once he delivers though, John, you can never question it. Sean O'Malley has the goods to deliver tonight.
Well, some would argue his greatest asset is that he is a big game player, and he has had a penchant for rising to the occasion. He's had a lot of grappling heavy training camps over the course of his career. Of course, none more intensive than the last several months preparing for Aljamin Sterling. But on the feet, Sean O'Malley figures to provide a lot of different challenges, many of which Sterling has not faced in the past. Sean O'Malley, 25 minutes or fewer, potentially away from a world title.
I can't have my pain no more, that's gonna make me laugh.
In the world today, the Jamaican-American Aljamin Sterling, the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion in DC. When you become the only fighter in UFC history to win an undisputed title by way of a disqualification, hard to dodge those boo-boos. They have followed Aljo ever since UFC 259, but certainly when it comes to the fight game, his peers, nobody denies just how great this man is.
Yeah, everybody that knows, right? Everybody that knows and recognizes Aljamin's greatness. But let me tell you something, man. This kid is living in this. He loves the boos. And I always look at their face when they hit the curtain. Aljamin loves this. He has now lived this. He loves this moment. Whereas O'Malley may look a little nervous. It's his big opportunity. as he would be. Look, he's staring Aljo down now. He seems sure. But Aljamin's enjoying himself. He's smiling, he's dancing. He's telling the crowd to give him more. Dude, this guy is talented. He is a champion, and he has proved that time and time again. I can't wait for this fight, man. This is going to be real good.
He has so much momentum on his side now. I mean, the second fight with Petr Yan, let everybody know, yeah, he won the title by disqualification, but then he dominated in the second fight after he had neck surgery and had a disc replaced in his neck. I mean, it was a legitimate injury he had. Anybody doubts it doesn't know what they're talking about. It drives me nuts when people boo him. It really does.
Yeah,
I think the guy's sensational. I think his ground game is second to none. His back attack, he's got the strongest back attack in the game.
Yeah.
He gets your back, you're in deep trouble. I mean, the guy choked out Corey Sandhagen. He is so big for the weight class, the best weight cutter in the sport. This guy walks in at 135 pounds. You can't believe he's 135. He looks like 170.
Yeah.
He's ripped, he's strong, he has incredible endurance, championship level experience. He's got it all. And he will shake those boos off if he can beat Sean O'Malley tonight.
No man has more consecutive bantamweight title defenses in the UFC than Aljamain Sterling, chasing a 10th consecutive win tonight in what is surprisingly just his second UFC main event. He beat Henry Cejudo just 15 short weeks ago, over 25 hard minutes. That was his third successful defense. And now Sean O'Malley shows up in the champs bracket. All right, this Tail of the Tape is brought to you by VeChain, the official blockchain of UFC. Aljamain Sterling is a -250 betting favorite tonight. He's 34. Challenger Sean O'Malley is 28. O'Malley 4 inches taller, far less pronounced in reach, where O'Malley has an advantage of an inch. All right, now for the main event introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Massachusetts State Athletic Commission. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Ben Cartledge, Saul Diamato, and Chris Lee. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Mark Goddard. This championship bout is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka, 5 times distilled and 3 times filtered. New Amsterdam is in your corner with award-winning vodka. And The Equalizer 3, starring Denzel Washington. Witness the final chapter exclusively in movie theaters September 1st. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you truly all have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist, only professional record, 16 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, presenting the number 2 ranked UFC Bantamweight contender in the world, the challenger, Sugar Sean O'Malley! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record, 23 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting out of Uniondale, New York, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Aljamin Funkmaster Sterling!
Okay, gentlemen, you both understand the rules you fight under. You listen to me at all times, keep yourself protected. When I tell you to stop, you stop. If you want to... God bless.
Wow. They want to fight.
Yeah. Mark Otter couldn't even finish if you want to touch gloves. Sean O'Malley's first UFC championship opportunity has arrived. The Bostonians will be behind him tonight against the New Yorker, the champ Aljamin Sterling. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Timex, the only watch tough enough for Sean O'Malley. O'Malley's in the green, Sterling in the black and gold, befitting a champion.
I thought O'Malley looked nervous on the wall, but once he got into the octagon, he looked sure. I take it back. Maybe it's about just seeing that guy in front of you. They stared each other down the whole time. They met at the center of the octagon before the introductions even started. I cannot wait for this one.
O'Malley looks physically strong. Hard to look that way against Sterling, but he has certainly added muscle mass over the years.
Aljamin on the pressure right away, trying to make Sean throw something so he could level change. Sean's a master at throwing feints. Aljo's trying to set a trap here, push him towards the side of the octagon so that he can shoot.
O'Malley attacks the body there.
O'Malley feints at you to try to draw out reactions. And when you give him the reactions he's expecting, then he starts to mix up his strikes.
He has that wicked front kick to the body that he will utilize as well, especially because Aljamin tends to stand square. Oh my God.
That's bad.
That's Boston.
That's Boston.
They love cheering against someone as much as they like cheering for somebody.
I think one of O'Malley's biggest gifts is his ability to change angles and change directions. He's never on a straight line. He's constantly moving. It'll be on Sterling to try to trap him so that he can get to him. O'Malley's doing a really good job, though, keeping his back to the center of the octagon.
Couple reactions from Sterling on the feints of O'Malley here in the early going. Good defensive movement by O'Malley to avoid that leg strike of Sterling, and now O'Malley effectively to the body.
Yeah, there's that front kick we were talking about. He'll utilize that a lot. Good inside low kick by the champ. And again. And again.
Aljo's doing a good job of kicking inside the leg when O'Malley goes southpaw.
Nice inside leg kick for Sterling.
Yeah,
over and over. Those.
Over and over he's going there when O'Malley changes his stance. O'Malley's drawing some big reactions out of Sterling when he feints at him. Aljo's got to be very careful.
Well, Aljo's seeding that speed now. Sean is so accurate. And he looks very composed here in his first championship title fight. Not making any real mistakes.
Yep, very efficient.
And this is Sean O'Malley's first 5-round fight. It'll be interesting to see if this thing gets into the championship rounds. But at this pace, it's not like they're putting that much out there right now.
But here we are, 50 seconds to go. Try scoring this.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, what do you see?
Right.
It's been the front kick of O'Malley and the leg kicks of Aljamin Sterling.
I mean, this is as close to an even round as you're ever going to see.
8 leg kicks for Sterling. He has yet to land a head strike in this opening round.
There's a shot.
First takedown attempt of sorts comes late in the round for Sterling.
O'Malley's doing a good job defending. This was Aljamin trying to get close and do this. Land some shots in the clinch.
But in a very close round, this could take it.
Yep, absolutely. Well, look at the numbers now all of a sudden.
Yes.
All those shots are in close. It was literally 8-6.
Yep.
And now 21-6 Sterling.
Let's just follow our breath. Bring yourself right here on that stool. Right here on the stool. Just breathe. That's beautiful, Shug. That's beautiful. Hey, that is exactly what we want. You don't have to overcommit on anything, okay? He's got to get close to you. You're going to be able to counter him when he gets close to you. Hey, keep little face with the legs. He's
looking good.
Keep attacking those legs out. Close round. What do you think?
Well, yeah, close round.
Matter. Stay on
I think he won it at the end.
Keep your going forward. It's a close round.
Bring the hip into the mat. Okay.
All right, now just come on. You get comfortable, man.
Keep the pressure on.
Let's go. Come on.
All right, both corners largely like the work out of their guys in round one. Here we go, round two.
Just a very close round and hard to score.
I would imagine Aljo won it at the end.
Yes, at the end with the clinch strikes. But he asked his corner, and they said they thought he won it at the end of the round, but very close.
Don't do that. Don't do that, please.
What did he do?
Ready.
Mark Goddard warning Tim Welch for some sort of verbal.
They said he was talking to Aljo. Earlier, a leg attack for Aljamain Sterling here. O'Malley doing a good job of attacking his wrists. We saw Leon Edwards do the same thing against Kamaru Usman. Attack the far wrist, not allowing your opponent to get to a takedown.
Wow, got out of it. Nicely done.
Good jab by Sterling, but perhaps that shot late in round one was to get a feel for what it might be like early round two. Sterling unable.
His ability to set guys up, please. When we go through the replay, you'll watch how he gets off the center line and lands that shot. Beautiful by O'Malley.
The Sugar Show. Sean O'Malley. Welcome to superstardom.
Wow.
Wow. And for him to go to the next level, it had to look like that. And it absolutely did. Wow. Just wow.
I want to see it again.
Aljamain Sterling had won 9 consecutive fights. He had run roughshod through the bantamweight division. It now belongs to Sean O'Malley.
That's crazy.
Let's see it again.
Aljo rushes. Look at that, Joe. I mean, just slides out of the way.
Just drops him. It looked like Aljo was still moving. I was kind of surprised at the stoppage. That right hand was fantastic, though. Look at this. I'd like to see the final finishing sequence. Look at this right hand, though. Look at the timing behind this. Look at this. Picture perfect. And then swarms him with hammer fists. Hit him with some big shots. Boom.
It stiffened Aljo. Aljo tried to roll to a leg lock.
Turned up, but he was still moving.
He was.
I mean, look, it's a great stoppage, but you want to give the champion a chance to recover. But man, What a picture-perfect right hand by Sean O'Malley.
It was perfect.
And the atmosphere in this TD Garden is just insane right now, DC. This is absolutely wild.
I mean, when you get to be a part of star-making performances, that's exactly what you just saw. You just saw Sean O'Malley go to the next level. He lands a beautiful right hand against Aljamin Sterling, the best bantamweight of all time, and he finishes him. There is nothing like a guy having an opportunity and then cashing it in that way. Tremendous by the young man. Hey, second champion from the Contender Series, and a guy that since day one, people thought he could be here.
He's an absolute sniper. That right hand couldn't have been a whole lot cleaner, and he came out to the song that said, if you are what you say you are, a superstar. He is that in spades. To make it official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 51 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO and now undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Sean
champion of the world, Sugar Sean O'Malley. How does that feel?
What's up, Boston? It feels right, baby. It feels right.
Sean, you envisioned this. You trained for this. Did you expect it to go down the way it did?
Honestly, this was the most nervous I've ever been for a fight. In my eyes, Aljamin Sterling is the best bantamweight of all time. So yeah, I was a little bit nervous for this fight, but I never lost the confidence because I know what I possess in this fucking right hand, baby!
And Sean, take a look up at the screen, and I want you to enjoy this right hand because it was as pretty as any right hand that's ever been thrown inside the octagon. Look at this timing.
Oh, let's see it again real quick. I said going into this fight, it only takes one mistake against me. I don't even know if that was a mistake, I'm just that fucking good.
Sean, this is a monumental moment for you in your career. I want you to enjoy it, but I want you to tell us, give us your thoughts now on what it means to be the champion and what kind of reign we're gonna see from you.
Yeah, this is just the beginning of the Sugar era. I'm running this shit till 2035, baby. Did Cheeto win?
Cheeto won tonight.
Was it boring? Probably. I'll whoop Cheeto's ass in December in Vegas at T-Mobile. Let's fucking go, baby!
Sean, I want you to enjoy this. You worked so hard for it. You are the new bantamweight champion of the world. Sugar Sean O'Malley, ladies and gentlemen. I'm with Aljamin Sterling, ladies and gentlemen. Aljo, give us your thoughts on the fight.
Sean is a lot better than I thought, man. One of the things I knew coming into this camp was the feints and the timing of his strikes were going to be pretty dialed in. I thought we did a really good job of getting some long-range partners to emulate that. But he did a really good job being elusive, staying on the outside of the cage. And congrats to him and his team. I can't say nothing bad about the guy. This was nothing but respect at the end of the day. Another guy chasing the dream, something everybody in the crowd should be looking to do every single day of their life, trying to chase a dream, trying to make something of your life and be proud of for you and your family. So congrats to him and his team. Joe, I've lost before, I've been knocked out before, I picked myself up, and I became a UFC champion. Do not be surprised if you come back and you see me in here again, and this time getting the belt.
You have talked about going up to 45. Does that change now?
Definitely got to go back and reassess some things, because if he caught me like that, I can only imagine what Volkanovski would do, you know? So there's some real soul searching I got to do. But like I said, I fall down, I pick myself back up.
Thank you for your character, champ. Appreciate you very much. Aljamin Sterling, ladies and gentlemen.
Just tripping with class as usual, and he didn't really protest the stoppage either there from Mark Goddard. That is a classy, now former champion, and we'll see. Perhaps at 135 pounds, he's not done, but there's your DraftKings payout. Sean O'Malley by knockout or TKO, plus 330. A little bit higher than the money line on Sean, but we congratulate all those who had the proper method of victory as Sean O'Malley ushers in a new era in the bantamweight division.
I want to see that right hand again.
We can do that.
That was so sensational.
It was perfect.
It was so perfect.
McGregor, Aldo, anybody?
It was right up there,
I mean,
man. It was right up there. Yeah.
McGregor, Aldo sliding out of position and landing.
Look how beautiful this is, though.
Jose
and this
rushing.
is the reason why you don't load up. This is the reason, because these shots are available. Look at this.
I mean,
it's just perfect. It's the perfect right hand.
And he did it so good that Aljo closed his eyes knowing, I'm not getting out of the way of this. He knew it was about to land. He knew.
And he knew he was going forward. He couldn't stop his momentum.
Bracing himself for what might happen next.
And a shot like that where you're moving forward and your opponent catches you and it doubles the power. It was a perfect right hand.
Well, certainly Sean O'Malley had never faced a grappler like Sterling, but reciprocally, Aljamin Sterling had never faced a striker
well,
like
you
this.
guys said that the whole time. You guys said it the whole time.
Tim Welch told me that it was the worst training camp they had, and that Sean injured his ribs 5 weeks ago and hasn't done any wrestling. No grappling at all for 5 weeks.
Well, his takedown defense looked fantastic.
Yes.
He looked great defending takedowns, and when he had an opportunity on the feet, he did. I thought that I saw him look a little nervous on the way in, and then I saw him in the cage, and I was like, dude's fine. He said it himself. I've never been more nervous. But how can you not be when you're on the verge of superstardom?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, and tonight he becomes a superstar.
Boy,